Hey guys, so I wanted to give you this quick tool for Lithuanian cases for nouns. This is basically a table with some of the endings and tips that you can use that will help you use tenses in Lithuanian language. And I want to quickly run through this with you. So basically, cases is one of the most probably hardest thing in Lithuanian language because you have these various endings that you can have. And I want to give you a tool that you can use sort of quickly just look through and maybe try to guess and try to use a particular case in a particular situation. Okay, so let's just quickly look through this one. For example, we have nominative case. That is vardininkas, and it answers the question kas, right? The function is subject of the sentence. Basically, who is the doer of the action? The question word is kas, and that is who or what. So we have masculine singular endings. We have us, is, us, right? We have feminine singular endings. These are the most common endings. We have some, there may be some, exceptions, but this is 99% of the time you will have these endings. Now you have masculine plural and you have feminine plural. And for example, vyras skaito knygą. Who is the doer? Vyras. The man is reading a book. Mergina dainuoja, right? The girl is singing. Studentai mokosi universitete. Students study at university. So studentai, masculine plural. Mokytojos, feminine plural. Mokytojos moko vaikus. Teachers teach children. So this is, as I said, basically the doer of the action in the sentence. This is the nominative case. Now we have the genitive case. This is kilmininkas, and it answers to the question of ko in Lithuanian, and it has a couple of functions. It has possession, relation to something, and usually we use it in negation. That is whose of what, right? Of what relation. For example, masculine, we have tai yra mokytojo knyga. This is the teacher's book, right? Mokytojo, we have this ending masculine. We have feminine singular. Mamos maistas labai skanus. Mom's food is very tasty, right? Then we have studentų darbai įdomus. Students' work are interesting. More or less, these are examples of possessions, right? Seserų namai dideli. The sisters' houses are big. So you have these common endings over here as well. Then we have dative case. That is naudininkas kam, Lithuanian question, and this is usually as an indirect object, a purpose for what, right? And basically for what, to whom. You have this, right? To whom or for what. For example, you have masculine singular, aš daviau knygą draugui. I gave the book to a friend, right? Gėlės mamai patiko, mom liked the flowers. To whom it was that liking? To the mother. This liking happened of flowers, right? Mokytoja padeda mokiniams, to whom the teacher helps. The teacher helps the students, right? And so forth. Then accusative case, which is commonly mistaken with genitive case in Lithuanian language. It's a kind of a difficult difference. I will be talking more about this in future lessons, but basically when you have accusative is the direct object of the sentence. What or whom, for example, aš matau namą, right? I see what? I see a house. Nama, we have these nasal A ending, right? Jie myli savo šalį. They love what? They love their country. Direct object of the sentence, right? Mes skaitome laikraščius. We read newspapers. Jis mėgsta knygas. He likes books, right? Also, he likes what? Direct object, books. Then we have instrumental, įnagininkas, and the question is kuo, Lithuanian. Basically, the means of something, instrument, or a company, by what, with whom. Right? Rašau pieštuku. I write with a pencil, right? Masculine singular. Ji keliauja mašina. She travels by car. That is what means of the transportation. Jie valgo šaukštais. They eat with spoons. Puošiame namus gėlėmis. We decorate the house with flower. Usually when you have the word with in English language, that is going to be instrumental in Lithuanian, okay? Then we have locative. Basically it stays in what, at what. Right? The question, where? kur, right? Location, time, state. Mes gyvename mieste, we live in the city, mieste. Ji dirba mokykloje, she works at school. Vaikai žaidžia parkuose, children play in parks, at parks. Knygos yra lentynose, books are on shelves, right? Once again, we have those endings. And then we have vocative, which is basically, it's called šauksmininkas. The question is actually, hey, you, right? Because it's not really, there's no really a question over here. So basically, you're saying like, Tom, mom, hey, Tom, hey, mom, hey, friend, right? So, Jonai, ateik čia, Jonas, come here. Mama, aš tave myliu. Mom, I love you. Draugai, klausykite. Friends, listen. Merginos, eikite čia. Girls, come here, right? This is, you're addressing somebody and directly and wanting them to pay attention, right? So, yeah, you have these endings, you have these sort of example sentences. Of course, you only have one example sentence over here. I wanted to make this table simple so that you can use it every day. I will be giving you more in the future. Maybe we will do different lessons, for different cases. I have that in my full course. I will leave it in the description. I have the full course, which just goes step by step through the cases, through the tenses in Lithuanian language. I try to make those courses, available when it comes to pricing. So if you want, you can join that definitely. But as I said, even this particular table is really good for you. It's going to be really good help, good example for you to have these couple particular sentences. And then we have common usage examples. For example, nominative plus accusative. You have what's the doer of the action, and then you have a direct object of that action. Jonas skaito knygą. Jonas reads a book, right? Then we have nominative plus dative plus accusative. So for example, who is the doer of the action? Tėvas, father, gives, duoda, right? To whom gives, dative case, vaikui. What does he give? That's a direct object, pinigų. Father gives money to the child, right? As if you're saying, father gives to the child money. If you're saying this, word by word in English. For example, we often use genitive for negation. We say, aš neturiu laiko. That means I don't have time. I don't have of what? I don't have of time, right? We use that one. Instrumental for method. Aš važiuoju autobusu į darbą. I travel to work by bus. We have a locative for location. Jie gyvena Vilniuje. They live in Vilnius, right? In Vilnius, in a particular city. We have vocative for addressing something, right? Mokytoja, ar galiu paklausti? Teacher, may I ask a question, right? We don't usually use those addressing things in English language, but we still can use them if we want to. But this is what we do in Lithuanian language, right? We sometimes address somebody that you want to address. And you have genitive for possession. Tai mano brolio automobilis. This is my brother's car, right? But in this particular video, in this particular document, we only have cases for nouns. We also can have cases for adjectives, right? And you always have to match the adjectives case to the noun case. I will do a separate lesson, of course, on that in the future. But for now, I think it will be a big win for you if you can just correctly start using nouns with correct case, right? With in a correct sentence, right? With a correct ending. Okay, so what I want you to do is, if you want to participate a little bit more in that, leave a comment. Just leave a comment. Make a sentence, right? Use some sort of case, right? You can write in a parentheses. You can write which kind of case are you trying to use. And I will just, fix your mistake if there is one. Of course, if you're not afraid and if you're okay with me fixing your mistake on YouTube, you can definitely do that. I will help you as much as I can. So yeah, this is the tool that you can just click on the link, and download. I will be leaving the link below. Yeah, download it, use it. It's my gift to you. Refer to this video if you want to come back, to listen to some pronunciation and so forth. I hope this is helpful. Hope this is useful. I will be giving you tools like that in the future. Of course, I just really, really wanted, to make this a tool that you can use every day. Maybe just a little bit, just, a quick win as a case. Okay. Yeah. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in future lessons. Bye.